Okay, so the issue that we are facing right now is this axle. This axle was chrome. So welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is day 7 of the build, and I'll just give a quick update of what we have done till where the progress has come, so that like you have some context. Okay, so during the week what we did was Shubh went and put new bearings in the front and the rear wheel. So there are like 4 brand new high quality bearings now. We also got the bearings and the parts that we needed to like continue the build, and the small nuts and bolts that we will be requiring today, that also we have got. And yeah, the chassis is now set up outside. So now we are going to start working on the build. Essentially what the plan is for today, so the plan for today will be to assemble the rear half of the bike, try to get on the rear tire, the rim, the front tire and the rims, get the front axle, rear axle all set, rear bearing, front bearing all set, and hopefully, wait, let this bullet go. Bullets are disturbing, man. And hopefully by the end of today evening try to fit the engine. So once the engine is fitted, then we can go ahead with the wiring, we can put the tank, we can put the seat, and like do all the last small pieces of buttoning up. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, update. Now before we start the assembly of the rear half, trying to put the axles, the sprocket, the hub, and all the shaft and all the bearings, we have to first assemble the rear hub that we removed, because we wanted to put some new high performance bearings, clean the sprocket, and like put new bushes, put new rubber support, so that when this bike is assembled, it's all fresh and new and it won't run into any problems for a very long time. So let's go do that. Okay, so now before putting the front and the rear rims onto the chassis, we have to put new brake shoes. Okay, we have to put new brake shoes into the front and the rear rims. We have to also change the rubber supports, and we have to brush up everything, and then we have to put it into the chassis. So let's go do that. Okay, so now we have just temporarily fitted the handlebar so that we have something to hold on to as a support when we are putting the rear assembly, putting the rear tire, rear rim, rear axle. And okay, so we have done the new brake shoe work, the rims and tires are ready, the sprocket hub is ready. Now what's left to do is putting all of that over there behind.
So by now we realize that our decision of chroming the axles, the shafts, the nuts and bolts, the bushes are gonna have its own side effects. We wanted to chrome these parts because they give the bike a much newer, fresher and a more cleaner appeal. But the decision is going to have its own side effects. The shafts and axles have changed their dimensions, their outer diameter has increased by 1 and 2 mm, which is causing them difficulty to go through the standard hubs and the standard bearings. Now this is one problem that we are going to have to handle today in order to fit the rear assembly. But rear assembly was a much easier task. The front one was even worse.
Okay guys, the time right now is 12:45 p.m. and we have made some progress, but it was quite challenging because there were some problems that we faced. So the rear assembly is in the rear rim tire with the new bushes with the new hubs, the drum with new brake pads, the sprocket with new nuts and bolts, with new bearings inside, with new bush over here. So basically everything is done. The problem that we were facing was, this was something new to me, because it's not like my Apache, it's Bajaj, so there's some different strategy you have to use to fit this properly. But since we don't have a chain right now, we are not focusing on putting the right tension in this. So essentially the rear is now fitted. So it's stiff, it's rigid, it's not wobbly at all, it doesn't even shake a little bit. So we'll take a 5-minute break and then we will continue on putting the front in. So the front has to be put with the new, we have to put the speedometer worm and worm wheel. We have to also put the speedometer cable. We have to put the spacers, the bushes, the hubs of the front, and then we have to put it on the front. So yeah, let's take a 5-minute break and we'll continue on the front end. Okay, so my mistake, I forgot to put the rear axle big spacer which is on the left, and now the hard work we spent 1 hour to put this rear end in, now we have to take it out and put this spacer in. Oh no, Shob.
So we were already very tired due to the crazy Goan heat in the month of April, but we just said, okay, let's just push ourselves till lunch. We have another 1 hour. In that 1 hour, we'll complete the reassembly so that we have that satisfaction that, okay, the reassembly is done. And yeah, so that's what we did.
So we now fitted the rear one properly. We also fitted that one big bush type spacer which was over here, so that went, and then there was the bearing and the washer. Not the washer, the rubber thing, seal type thing. So now the movement of the tire is very free, like you cannot literally hear anything. It's very smooth. The tire rotation is very smooth. Smooth matlab smooth. So now let's do the front end. Okay, so now for the front assembly, we'll have to first fit the speedometer mechanism in the front brake drum, fit the brake liners, brake pads, brake shoes, whatever you want to call it, and then we'll do the assembly.
The front rims and tires were actually much more easy to go in. Like in normal conditions, the front is much more easier to slide into compared to the rear, but because the shaft and the axles were chromed, the diameters of them had changed, and because of that they were not sliding through. They were causing a lot of trouble to the bearings, and it was not very pleasant experience. So kind of like the frustration, anger, a lot of other emotions got set in because the things were just not going as planned.
Okay, so the first half is over. The time right now is around 2:30. So it's like very late, and I have to go back home to have lunch, but we ran into some problems. So because we chromed the front axle, what has happened is the diameter has enlarged, and because of that it is hitting in the interior hubs, it is hitting in the bushes, it is hitting in the bearings, it is hitting in the spacers, and it's like it's not going through, and once it has gone through, it is actually damaging everything. So right now we have just put it through, and the threads also, there are like no threads over here because there's like a chrome layer onto the threads, and because of that we cannot put the nut in properly, so it's causing a lot of problems. So essentially what we'll do now, we'll go have lunch and figure this out in the after lunch wala time. So at around 4:30. Ciao. Good news, we found some sandpaper, even though usually all the shops are closed on Sunday, and I thought I wouldn't find the sandpaper, so I was like little demoralized. But now we have sandpaper, so let's sand that axle and fit it today.
Even though I was trying to stay positive, trying to stay motivated, that okay, we have faced a lot of problems on the front end, but it's not that bad. It can be sorted out today. We sanded it using some sandpaper and then tried again to fit the front assembly in, the front rims and tires in. But the axle had another trick up its sleeve. The threads on the axle were totally worn out. There was a big layer of chrome on them, and the only way that can be fixed is by turning it on the lathe or putting in new threads, again on the lathe shop.
Okay, so the time right now is, it's almost 8 p.m. in the night, and we couldn't figure out the front threaded rod ka problem, so we are calling it a day, and we will work on the threaded rod and stuff during the week. Hopefully later in the next Sunday, next weekend, we'll have the threaded rod and things will go smoothly. So this guy caused the problem, the chrome shaft with the I don't even have the energy to speak. I don't know. See you guys next week.